and there is no field called as
You define under the security.
okay. Let me remove it, guys. I just want, let's say, let me keep it to the under miscellaneous permissions. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, you can see this is your object definition, guys. These are the different fields that you are going to. There are most of them things to say the system populated, and yes, though we are not going to see those fields on the screen, but they are used by the system to track this result. Their history are created. We can see they created date, created by who created this particular record. All those things you will be see here, and these are the custom fields that we created, and those are the ones that we are going to see on the screens, guys. The different views that we are going to create now. Okay, and this is your object definition, guys. Basically you define like what is the name of your object, what are the different fields and their data types in your system. So once you did that, go ahead and create a new screen for this particular new object that we created, guys. So where you are going to create a new screen is like you have to go to the configurable UI section, UI admin option. Hold on a minute, guys. Yeah, manage configuration UI, and you can see existing configurations of the employees. You can see all in your employee central system. You can see all those things, guys. Let's say if you want to create a new screen, you can see here, click on create and say this is the ID. What is the screen ID that you want to give here? Let's say this is the screen ID, and what is the base object? The object is the one that we just created, guys. Let's say it is EMP underscore training. Not this one, guys. Yeah, you can see here, this is these are the fields that we created, right? You see here, all the system created fields we are not able to see here. These are the only fields that we created manually, and yes, you are able to see all those screens, all those fields here, guys, basically. And you can go ahead and add, say if you want to group some fields, yes, you can go ahead and group some fields, and you can bring those fields here to that particular group in whatever fashion that you are interested. And yes, if you want to add some more fields, you can go ahead and add some more additional fields. They doesn't belong to the object, but yes, if you want to show it on the screen, right, as an information, yes, you can go ahead and configure those fields. Let's say if you want to configure a field stating that I don't trigger any rule here, and let me okay, let me keep it as it is. This is your screen ID, guys, or the view name that you have to use when you are going to create a new view, guys. So with these things, let's say you want to create a new, so you created a object and you created a screen using that object as a reference, and now you have to hook this particular screen to the screen, the employee views, right? And before that, you have to grant permissions to this object to the employee, guys. We have categorized the new object that we created under the miscellaneous permissions, right? So you have to go ahead and grant the required permissions to view who are supposed to view this object data that we are created in this system. Is like, if you go to your set user permissions, go to your permission roles, and go to system administrator, go to permissions. You see here miscellaneous permissions. Click on miscellaneous permissions, and you should see, you can see here custom EMP training. Yes, whether employee can view this data, history, correct data, delete the data, import export data, field override, anything. The required permissions around that particular object you have to go ahead and grant to the employees, guys. You can see all these are custom objects that are created in this system, guys. Yes, you have to go ahead and provide the appropriate permissions to the employees who are supposed to work on this particular custom object, guys. Let me click on done. Let me save changes. Most of the times, like, we create an object but we forget to give the grant the permissions, we end up in not seeing that particular view or the employee data on the employee screens, guys. That's the most predominantly seen cause of the problem, where we don't see the employee data under the employee views, guys. Let me go back to admin tools. So where you are going to create your, so we created a screen ID, right? So you have to hook that particular ID as one of the view to the employee data. So how we are going to do that is, like, if you go to your employee files and go to configure employee files, guys. Where it is? You can see configure employee files, and yes, you are creating a new view with the screen that we designed. Let me click on add new view. What is the name of the viewer? Like, say employee training details, and yes, you have to insert a portlet here, and yes, you can see here live profile MDF information is the option that you have to select, guys. Let me select this. It should come up here, guys. Let me check, guys. Ideally it should come up there, guys, under the MDF screen ID that we created. That the name that we gave, like employee training details, is the ID. AS underscore training underscore details is the screen ID that we gave, right? It should come up under the the MDF screens, guys. Let me check again, guys. Ideally it should come up, guys, in a minute or two. Go to employee files. Not this one, guys. This is the place where it should come up, guys. I don't know, like. Just let me log off and log in again, guys. 1 second. Let me go to. No, guys. Let me check. Are there any permissions around the screens also? Basically, they are nothing but the MDF screens or the employee views. Set user permissions. Go to permission roles. It should come up, guys, ideally. No, guys. This is the permission that we granted. That's fine. Let me look into it, guys. I don't know, like there is no other configuration or nothing we have missed out there, guys. That the steps that we need to see. We have to create an object and we have to grant the permissions to that particular object. And once we are done with that, right, you have to go ahead and create a new screen and get that ID of that screen with all the fields that we are supposed to see on the screen. And with that screen ID, you have to create a new portlet, and that is what we did, and we are not able to find that screen ID under the drop down list, guys. That particular screen ID should auto populate under the screen ID that we are supposed to select there, but somehow it is not available over there, guys. But ideally it should be available, guys. There is no other configuration behind the scenes, guys. Let me look into it, guys, why it is not available for us, and then we'll try to add that. Once we add that, right, you will be able to see that particular view as one more additional view under the employee views, guys. Let me go to any employee. If you go to an employee, right, these are the employees views, right, all these things. You are going to hook that particular screen, the custom screen that we built, right, using the custom object definition. You will be able to see that particular view as one of the view here, guys. That is the requirement, guys, but somehow okay, it's not one. Somehow that is not working, guys. Let me look into it, and probably like I'll update you in next session, guys. Okay. Yeah, and that's all.
Raghu,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, there is the take action thing which comes in most of the screens, and when you click on that in the drop down, we can see the list of actions that we can take. So they are also configurable, and we can and this can be mapped to each screen, right? Are you going to talk about how we can do that also?
No, this take action.
Yeah.
This take action is going to be on the employee records, and basically on the employee records. By default, it is available to you, Smita.
No, and what about like in when you're doing it, even in position management, or when you're doing something with the org structure and all, I see that there's a take action drop down where you can do that. Like even when we're doing concurrent assignment also, we saw that take action thing. So is that configurable or no?
No, see, this button is not configurable. The things that you see here, right, whether you are supposed to see those things or not is going to be configurable, and it is a permission, Smita.
Oh, it's a permission to the screen level, or is it to the employee level?
This action, permission to this action is the permission you are going to assign. Let's say whether you can do a global assignment or not. This is what we have seen, right? You need to have that permission. Let's say, let me go to an employee. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. When you grant permission to
that particular functionality, then only you will see those the drop downs under this list. Let me go. I'm proxying into one employee here, and we'll see whether they have the same permissions or not as me. Then you'll see a couple of those things missing from their tech actions.
Yeah, I think the question is more of, can we add more actions there, like a custom actions or not? Like you have the terminate and all those things there. Can we add, if you need any customer specific correction actions, anything in that drop down?
No, they are pretty much standard, Ray.
We won't be able to add anything there.
No, we won't be able to add anything, and even like in fact, no one knows like where from that is coming up. It's not from your data models. It's not from your configuration, guys. Let's say if you go to this employee details, I'm right now in Edward Francis.